Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. This is Matt Mays with The Flow Show, episode 4. We're going to be talking about finding patterns and connecting the dots. So, in essence, taking what you know about a certain subject and connecting it to a new one, which is going to radically enhance your ability to be able to gain new skills and knowledge in something that you want to get better at. So, super excited. Let's get started. The reason I'm so very excited about this episode in particular is because it really gets to the heart of why we're doing the show. So let me explain. So I've been a big fan of informational videos through TED Talks, Evan Carmichael's 10 Rules for Success, Big Think, and so on. And one thing that I found is that there are different things that successful people do in common across a wide variety of different subjects, whether you're a musician or a business person or so on and so forth. There are different things that you can boil into kind of a formula for success, but it goes even deeper than that. There are things that you can find in common just across different subjects that'll help you to learn subjects even faster, which is really why we're putting together this show, to help you to be more successful in the thing that you want to get good at. So how do we recognize patterns? Well, the most important thing is you want to be able to stoke your curiosity by asking who, what, when, where, and why about something that you're interested in. And then take what you know, what you've learned about that subject, and get into the habit of asking yourself, where might this also be true, or how might this also be applied in a different subject? So I've actually been drawing most of my life, and I recently took it upon myself to challenge myself to learn how to draw left-handed by transcribing one of my friend's drawings that he'd asked me to color, and actually think about the mechanics of how I'm using my fingers and the axes by which I control the pencil, and then apply that over to my left hand. And that's that I would find these different inflections, these different expressions that my left hand would have that I'd never seen in my right before, because I was in that intersection of knowing what I was doing but also experimenting, and so these new expressions would come out that was really exciting to me, and it helped me to spur on and learn this subject even faster, because that was that point where style was starting to emerge, and that's where it really got exciting for me. There's a thing called synaptic plasticity that I'd like to talk about real quick, and basically what that is the rate and strength at which neurons are connected together and are called into your sphere. So that's your memory at work. That's also tied into dopamine. So dopamine is usually thought of as being tied to pleasure, but it's also really tied to motivation and memory. So when you have those feelings, you have that pleasurable experience of remembering those times, then that's dopamine working and enhancing your memory. The more often that you use it, the more often that it's going to get committed to action and committed to long-term memory. Steve Vai grew up in Long Island, and when he was really young discovered guitar. He had to practice a lot, and then after a long period of time he ended up becoming absolutely incredible. So obsession definitely beats lack of skill hand over fist every time. The reason why I tell that story is, think about if Steve had never discovered guitar. He would never have discovered it. He would never get good. We would never know like who he is. And really think about that in terms of finding the thing that you become obsessed with. But he chose to go in on his passion. He chose to fall in love with the thing that he would become obsessed with, to let himself flow with it. What is it about this thing that is connected to this other thing that I understand? And really keeping your antennas up, then that's really what's going to help you to become successful. So, in summation, today we've talked about stoking your curiosity, memory connections, trying different things and finding the thing that you become obsessed with, and how to break out of your comfort zone in that way. So I also want you guys to think about, like, what are some things that you've found in common between different subjects that you thought were unrelated. So if you've gained value out of this, what we shared here today, then be sure to subscribe, smash that like button, and I'll see you next Friday.